Welcome back. We brought in the robots on Public Affairs on Peach. This is Ed Barker from Kell Robotics. He has brought a couple of examples of incredible robotic creations that'll be a part of the Atlanta Science Festival Expo. And thanks for joining me this morning, because there are some incredible things that are taking place. And I can't believe one of these robots is made up of nothing but Legos. So basically, if it breaks or you break it down, can you kind of recreate this thing?
Oh yeah, kids love to take these things apart, put them back together. Kids love Legos. It's a great way to get kids introduced to STEM, science, technology, engineering, math, robotics, engineering concepts and stuff. Has an incredibly sophisticated computer here on top. You can build and develop these Lego robots as big and as you want, and as imaginative as you want, but you can do all sorts of very creative
I was going to say, that's the thing, because really this is the introduction into robotics for many kids. So what can it do?
Well, all this one does right here is just drive around. What it can do, it depends on the imagination of the student. You can do a great many things. You can consume thousands of hours programming it to do all sorts of things.
Right.
Kell Robotics, is part of the first robotics competition, which was invented by Dean Kamen and Woody Flowers. Dean Kamen is the famous inventor. Woody Flowers is the professor emeritus from MIT. And we developed the first robotics competition, which is the big robots. And a few years later, they developed this Lego robotics system, the first Lego League, to introduce elementary and middle school kids to the program. And as they move through, it's like Little League baseball. As you move through it, you get into the varsity sports, and you get to the big robots over here.
I was going to ask you, who invented or created this one? Was it high school or middle school students?
Well, this right here is just one of our team members put it together just for the demo. We used it for training and stuff. Like I say, you can spend thousands of hours putting these things together.
So what about the bigger...
I could pull this apart right now if I wanted to. And,
I'm sure. And just kind of,
it just comes apart. It's just a big mess at that point.
So what about the bigger robots? What about those? When you look at those, Ed, what can they do as it relates to everyday life, and how much do they weigh? Because I know you have brought some that you want to show us today.
Well, we have two here today. One's from the 2012 season, and the other's from the 2014 season.
Okay.
What happens is, for about 25 years now, FIRST gives us a challenge that's really too hard and too tough, and you don't have enough time and enough resources or enough anything. You have 45 days to design a robot to do something. It's a big secret. We don't know what it is. The kickoff event for Georgia is held at Georgia Tech. We spent 45 days building these robots. In 2012, we put together a robot to play basketball.
Oh.
So we travel around the country playing basketball, and we'll take a little shot with that one in just a moment. Behind me is another robot from 2014 that had a big yoga ball, and we'd have to play on a court about the size of a tennis court and run around and compete against each other as robots.
Well, we got to get to it. I want to see it. You know, unlike a lot of the time that we usually normally have in like an hour show, it's condensed down for Public Affairs on Peach. So let's take a look at it. Let's see what you brought.
Okay, I'll tell you what. We'll just fire this one up really quick and shoot a couple of basketballs.
Okay, let's do it. This always is very interesting, the practicality of these particular machines.
So over here is a machine we're going to...
Uh-oh, it's going through. Whoa!
There's one.
Feeding through.
There's two.
Now, who came up with that particular invention there?
Well, this was designed and built by the students on our robotics team, and they completely designed in CAD. This is not a kit. You can't go to the toy store and buy any of this stuff. We start out with flat pieces of metal and design it in computer-aided design tools, professional tools that are donated to the teams.
Right.
And we cut it out with CNC machinery, water jets, and all sorts of stuff, and put it together. So 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th grade students can learn how to design these big robots along with professionals, and it's just like being a professional, except you're a kid.
Wow.
So a lot of fun.
It is a lot of fun, and it is very practical. When you start talking about everything that we look at, that we use, robotics have really grown and continue to grow.
Robotics is incredibly important to our society. It's replacing a lot of mundane tasks and tasks that, like in factories, repetitive stress injuries and stuff.
Sure,
You know, it's a lot more fun to operate a robot and let the robot do the heavy work.
Right, right,
And
absolutely.
we can kind of have the fun.
Right.
Robots is critical in medicine,
Yeah,
very
all of it.
critical. It's critical in everything.
Well, good, good. Thank you so much, Ed.
Thank you.
Stay with us. We are going to marry science and adorable when Public Affairs on Peach returns after the break.